Now on KOAM, hundreds of runners fill downtown Joplin for St. Patrick's Day 5K and to support a great cause. Plus, an internet company under scrutiny after complaints about its door-to-door sales tactics. And how an unconventional bowling league at a retirement community is bringing people together.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Baxter Springs is cracking down on door-to-door internet sales tactics. This is KOAM News. I'm Blake Gully. City leaders are now responding to complaints. KOAM's Mitch Adams has the story.
The city of Baxter Springs, Kansas has revoked the permit to solicit from internet company Brightspeed. According to a Facebook post made by the city, their permit got revoked for door-to-door salesmen misrepresenting themselves as being backed by the city and presenting supposed city-promoted sign-up deals or specials. We spoke with Brightspeed, who told us in a statement, quote, "We've reached out directly to city leaders and are addressing the matter internally. We've also seized door-to-door sales in the area as we work with Baxter Springs to rebuild trust and take the steps needed to regain our permit." The statement also mentioned that the company believes these actions were committed by an individual acting outside of their policies. After speaking with city officials, they say that their main focus is to, quote, protect their citizens, mentioning that the city attorney will be reviewing the situation. Reporting in Baxter Springs, Kansas, Mitch Adams, KOAM News.
Nearly 1,900 people took part in the Ronald McDonald House charities of the 4-state St. Patrick's Day 5K in downtown Joplin. The race started and finished near Runaround Running and Lifestyle on Main Street, bringing the community together to support families with sick children. Runners also got into the holiday spirit with a best costume competition during the St. Patrick's Day themed event.
I just got invited to come. I love running, I love races, I love the atmosphere, doing something good for like the Ronald McDonald House here. Like, I just love coming to races and 5Ks, and like the energy is so contagious. I can't think of a better way to start a day.
The event was free to enter, with participants encouraged to donate to Ronald McDonald House charities. Downtown Parsons turned green for the 8th annual St. Patrick's Day parade and celebration. Around 30 organizations took part in the parade, filling the streets with festive floats and Irish spirit. The family-friendly event also featured food vendors, music, and activities for all ages as the community gathered to celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
I think anytime you can bring the community together to celebrate, enjoy each other's company, just that small town pride that comes out in any type of community event like this. We like bringing community members together.
Meteorologist Donald O'Keefe joins us with a first look at weather.
Well, temperatures are on the cooler side right now, actually on the mild side if I want to say that. We're only going to drop down to 58 degrees tonight, but we are going to see those winds pick up tonight. We can see wind gusts up to 35 miles an hour. Let's take a look at those temperatures really quick. Tomorrow morning, we're going to start off in the low to mid 60s, but that cold front is going to start coming through about the noon hour. We can see anywhere from 63 in Anderson and then also out in Yates Center 46. There's going to be about almost a 20-degree difference from the cold front pushing in. Also, like I said, we're going to have some stronger wind gusts tonight into tomorrow. As that cold front starts to make its way in, we can see wind gusts 40, 45, even 50 miles an hour for us on Sunday. Also, like I said, it's going to be cold beyond that cold front. We're going to see wind chill values Sunday afternoon into the upper teens and lower 20s across the region. There also is a chance we could see a line of strong to severe storms by about 11 o'clock tomorrow morning as that cold front starts to make its way in. So there could be some strong wind gusts associated with that. So we do have an alert day for tomorrow due to these reasons, and I'll break that all down coming up.
Art enthusiasts gathered at the Spiva Center to learn the art of Ukrainian Easter egg decorating, a tradition that dates back nearly 1,000 years. The process uses a wax-resistant method where they melt down the wax and drawn onto the eggs before they are dyed in layers of different colors. Once the design is complete, the wax is melted away to reveal the final pattern underneath.
Songhi artists are thin on the ground in this part of the country. If you were in the eastern United States, where there are a lot of Eastern Europeans, especially Ukrainians, or up in Canada, in Ontario, you would find people around every corner who do this. But around here, I am spreading the word.
Carolyn has decorated the eggs for decades and hopes sharing the tradition will introduce more people in the region to the detailed art form. And also, I want to say happy birthday to Carolyn. She will turn 80 tomorrow. The Wii was a pretty big deal when Nintendo launched it 20 years ago. One thing the company probably didn't count on was that its Pac-Man game would inspire a competitive league among an unlikely audience. Alexa Morstrom has the story.
Meet the University Village Okies, a Wii bowling team at University Village Retirement Center in Tulsa.
Everybody's for everybody. It's not a competitive thing.
I spoke to Charlene Giles and Phyllis Weimer. They've both lived at the retirement center for a few years and are dedicated members of the team. Phyllis used to bowl, so she decided to try it out virtually. Charlene and her husband heard about the team from other people in the community.
Well, we kept watching for about a year. We didn't even come in and watch this, but we watched how excited the people were about it. And they were the people having the most fun. And we were just like, we got to join that bunch.
The women say the team has built a community.
My husband and I do both enjoy it, and these have become our best friends.
In the spring, they compete against other facilities in the citywide league, where they are the current champions. And last fall, for the first time, they competed in a national senior league against teams from all over the country.
Phyllis became the 24th highest in the nation of the ones who tried out.
Our teams did very well. All of them made it into the playoffs. And we had one team, the Alley Cats, that made it all the way to the championship game and lost by just a few pins in that championship game, but got a runner-up trophy, though, which was really nice.
Wayne Wall works at University Village. He says they practice Wii bowling twice a week and usually have about 30 people show up. He says the activity is uplifting.
For one thing, it's camaraderie. I mean, that they really look out for each other, they cheer for each other, they get excited for each other. Yes, there's competition, but they're happy when someone does well.
Wayne explains group activities are important for a happy, healthy life.
Group activities are vital because if people isolate, they don't live as long, just to be quite frank. That they need the companionship of other people, and it just helps their socialization.
He's excited to see the group continue to grow.
Ahead on KOAM News, summer weather arrives early on the coast, but bacteria levels are raising health concerns. An early heat wave is sending people to the coast to cool off, but health officials say the ocean may not be the best place to beat the heat. Here's a look at the crowds hitting the beach, and the warning swimmers are being told to not ignore.
Not even spring yet, but summertime temps, and the coast has the crowds to prove it as inlanders flock west seeking relief.
Well, it's 10 degrees cooler by the beach than it is in the valley where I live, so yes. Also, I'm going to be at the pool for this next 3 days, or I'm only going to be by water.
The Newman family of Utah came knowing it would be warmer, but not this much warmer.
We love it. Bringing the family, bringing the dog out to the beach, enjoying the weather, maximizing it, but you got to wear your hat. You got to get your sunscreen and wear your glasses.
There are two kinds of people when it gets like this. Those who soak up the sun and those who make their own shade. Svetlana Hamilton is the first.
This is not heat wave for me. This is just I go to the beach, suntan, put my bikini, and I'm like so happy. And the ocean is so cold, you can jump in the ocean and cool off.
Except the LA County Department of Public Health says don't actually do that. DPH says recent water samples at beaches from Malibu to Marina del Rey, including Santa Monica and the Palisades, show bacteria levels are above state health standards, which could make you sick or cause infections. So they say don't ignore the signs dotting the sand saying no swimming, don't play in the water or surf right now. Instead, plan to get your fill of water internally to help keep you cool.
Probably just drinking a lot of water, eating a lot of ice cream, and staying by the beach, honestly.
Yeah. Drink your water and mind your business.
Yeah.
The pain at the pump continues. According to AAA, gas prices climbed to an average of $3.68 a gallon today. That is a 23% increase since the war with Iran began on February 28th. It doesn't appear customers will be seeing relief anytime soon. Brent oil prices closed above $100 a barrel on Friday. Oil prices historically move a few days ahead of gas prices, which means gas prices are expected to increase. The rise in fuel prices prices has been triggered by Iran effectively cutting off oil tankers' traffic through the Strait of Hormuz. The Pentagon plans to send up to 5,000 more sailors and Marines to the Middle East. This news comes as the president says things are running ahead of schedule in the nation's war with Iran. CBS News' Willie James has the latest.
Heading into the weekend, President Trump said the war with Iran is running ahead of schedule.
So the situation in Iran is going very well. A lot of big hits today, a lot of big wins today.
This comes as the president says the Navy will soon escort tankers through the Strait of Hormuz, a critical waterway through which a fifth of the world's oil flows. He later added many countries would help secure the waterway in coordination with the U.S. The U.S. military on Friday bombed Iran's Karg Island, striking a blow to the country's vital oil network. President Trump shared footage of the attack on social media. The island, which is located in the Persian Gulf, serves as Iran's main oil export terminal. Uncertainty in the Middle East has led to higher gas prices in the U.S., prompting a mixture of reactions.
I think they're quite expensive right now, especially for $4.30, 87. That's a lot.
It's fair market value. And so what's fair is what capitalism determines at that given time. And that's what the price is now. It's fair when it's low. It's fair when it's high. There's a reason for it.
CBS News has learned the Pentagon is sending up to 5,000 sailors and Marines to the Middle East as the president projects confidence.
We are in a position of dominance that nobody's ever seen before.
In Baghdad overnight, smoke was seen rising from the U.S. Embassy compound after a missile hit a helipad. The embassy has been repeatedly targeted by Iran. In the U.S., security concerns over the war have spilled into Sunday's Oscar ceremony, with extra security patrols being stationed around the ceremony site. Willie James Inman, CBS News.
Coming up, a simple delivery turns into a life-changing moment after one customer shares a video online.
And damaging wind gusts push into the region tomorrow. I'll break that all down coming up.
Here's your Skywatch weather forecast from the trusted Roper Kia Weather Center.
Well, temperatures are on the milder side right now. We're going to see definite increasing changes by tomorrow. Taking a look ahead right now, we're going to have an alert day for both Sunday and Monday due to a system that's going to be pushing through on Sunday. There's a chance for damaging wind gusts Sunday as well. Then winter looks to make a return Sunday night into Monday. Let's start breaking it down. So like I was saying, we do have an alert day for Sunday due to the chances of damaging wind gusts mostly along and east of I-49. That's going to be between Sunday 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. So let's break this down even further. So this is our storm threat for Sunday. So the tornado threat is 0 and also for the hail as well. Like I said, it's mostly going to be a wind event with this. Let's track this out hour by hour. So this is Sunday at 8 a.m. The high for Sunday is actually going to be in the morning. We're going to see temperatures about the low to mid 60s Sunday morning. But as you get to 11 a.m., a cold front is going to start making its way into the region. We're going to have a line of strong to possibly severe storms that are going to be pushing through that 11 o'clock hour. As we get to noon, it's still going to be pushing through the region. And like I said, it could be intensifying as we get into Monette, Cassville, Anderson, Bentonville. That's about at the noon hour. By the time we get to Sunday afternoon, that cold front is pushed off now. We also see the rain and storms push off to the east. Now temperatures are decreasing significantly. Now we're going to be in the low 40s by Sunday afternoon. As we get into Monday morning, we're going to clear out. But look at those temperatures Monday morning. Upper teens and lower 20s for the region. Let's break down these temperatures a little more. This is Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Temperatures in the mid 60s. Here comes that cold front starting to make its way in by noon. On one side to the southeast, temperatures are in the low to mid 60s. Up there in the northwestern counties, you guys are already in the mid 40s by noon tomorrow. As we get to Sunday afternoon, there's those temperatures in the low 40s. And as we get into Monday morning, upper teens for the region as well. well, and not really warming up much by Monday afternoon, only getting into the mid-30s. We're also going to see a chance for some strong wind gusts as well as we get into Sunday morning. There's that cold front making its way in. We can see wind gusts 45, 50 miles an hour, and there could be stronger wind gusts with some of those storms pushing through that could be up to 60, even 70 miles an hour. Sunday afternoon, we're still going to see those wind gusts about 40 to 50 miles an hour. So across the region, there is currently a wind advisory for most of the Kansas counties, Missouri counties, and northeastern Oklahoma, and there is a high wind warning for those far east or far western Kansas counties until Sunday at 10 p.m. Taking a look at those feel-like temperatures, so we're going to see those strong wind gusts, and it's also going to have an effect on those wind chill values. By Monday morning, we can have wind chill values right around 0 to even 5 degrees below 0. So on Monday, just start prepping now to dress with more layers on because it is going to be very cold and the temperatures are going to drastically change over the next 24 to 48 hours. With this system, though, there is a little bit of hope in sight for some rain. We can see some rain about 1/10 of an inch to even 1/2 an inch, mostly in our southeastern counties along southeast of I-44. Take a look outside right now, though, at Indigo Sky Casino Resort Cam. Clearish skies right now, and the temperatures on the milder side. We're going to see 58 degrees for a low. Remember, those winds are going to start picking up tonight, gusting up to 35 miles an hour. For tomorrow, we're going to see some thunderstorms by the noon hour, only getting up to a high of 65. Tomorrow night, look at that change, 18 degrees for an overnight low on Sunday. Taking a look at our 7 to 10 day here, we have both alert days on Sunday and Monday due to this system that's pushing through, but there is hope in sight. We could be back into the upper 70s, even lower 80s by next week.
Yes, and I just have to say, my mother always told me this too shall pass. And looking at Sunday and Monday and then the rest of the week, we have a lot to look forward to, but again, it's always important to pay close attention to those alerts we send out.
Most definitely.
Thanks, Donald. Entertainment news from Tinseltown. Here's Rick DeMagella with the Hollywood Minute.
Hi, my name's Kiki.
A Studio Ghibli classic in IMAX. Originally released in 1989, Kiki's Delivery Service makes its IMAX debut this weekend, receiving a 4K remastering for its new theatrical run. Hello, Kitty! The cartoon cat and her friends have joined the Monopoly Go mobile game for a limited time, featuring Hello Kitty and Friends themed mini-games among its features. The event is running now through March 29th. From the beginning. Emerson, Lake and Palmer in Hi-Fi. Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab has released a pair of ELP classics, the live album Pictures at an Exhibition and the trio's third studio album Trilogy, featuring this song From the Beginning. Both are out now on limited edition 180-gram vinyl and Super Audio CD. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
Still ahead in sports, MSSU and PSU baseball and softball host doubleheaders. And Nevada boys basketball continues its postseason run. Zach Patrick has those stories and more coming up next in sports.
Pitt State and Missouri Southern continued its respective seasons on this sunny Saturday on both the baseball and softball diamond. Gorillas baseball looking for a series win against the Mules. Central Missouri up 2-0 in the third, and that lead is going to double on this no-doubter from Riker Edwards. But starting pitcher Zach Voss, he would settle in after that bomb. He strikes out the batter to end the third and allows just one more run through his 5 innings of work. Gorillas getting no hit through 3, but Eric Bacon leads off the fourth with a single to right field. PSU now with 2 runners on. But Isaac Webb would get picked off at first base. Look at this. Throwback behind the bag from the catcher. And that ends the threat. Nothing went Pitt State's way early, but they would rally for a 5-run 7th inning and win 8-5. Pitt State and Central Missouri went toe-to-toe again later in the afternoon. The Mules beat the Gorillas 14-5 in the second game, so Pitt State took 2 of 3 this weekend. Gorillas looking for a sweep of the Huskies in Game 2. Lexi Franklin in the circle for PSU. And she was striking out batters left and right. She'd finish the day with 8 Ks on 7 innings pitched and just 1 earned run allowed. But the Huskies would jump out to a 2-0 lead in the third. Gorillas still looking for their first hit. And who else but Heather Arnett to get that first hit. She gets the job done, dropping one into left field and racing into second. Caden Trochum at the plate with runners on the corners, and Trochum lines one down the left field line as Arnett comes home to score on the RBI double. Now, the very next batter, Lexi Davis, slaps one over the second baseman's head, and another runner comes home to score. Gorillas come away with the 9-5 win in extra innings. Gorillas and Huskies had a morning matchup as well, in which PSU won 5-4. Let's head back inside now. Pitt State and Missouri Southern headed to Virginia this weekend to the NCAA Division II Indoor Track Championships. The Gorillas are once again national champions after wrapping up the Division II championships today. As I mentioned, the men blew the competition out of the water with 75.5 points. The women did more than enough as well with 69.5. MSSU also competed over the weekend with the women placing 13th and the men earning 24th place. Nevada High School boys basketball is in the Class 4 state tournament and look to continue its over 2-month-long win streak. In Nixa, Nevada taking on Logan Rogersville. We start at the very beginning of the day. Sutton Shook knocks down this long triple for the game's first points. Nevada responds quick as Braxton Tittle finds the open lane down low and finishes for the easy two. Rogersville up 3-2. Marcus Moore brings down the house with the slam, extends the lead to 3. We're still with the Wildcats. Indiana commit Chase Branham goes all the way himself for 2. Nevada eliminated from the tournament 73-39.
I have to say that's amazing for the Gorillas to win the tracks, because I couldn't do it. I do the Stairmaster, but I can't run like that.
Yeah, I mean, both the men and women at Pitt State and that track and field program, my goodness, they are so dominant, so good. National champions again. It's rare you get to say again when you put national champions up on a banner, but again for Pitt State.
Yes, that's great. And that's it for sports. We're back right after this. We end tonight with an elderly DoorDash driver in Tennessee who is overwhelmed with gratitude. It's after a customer enlisted her community to help the man and his wife. That's led to hundreds of thousands of dollars in donations. Brittany Smith got the charitable drive going after she saw the driver struggling to deliver her order on her Ring camera video. To find out who he is, she posted the video online. She then went to his home to give him a $200 tip, and then she learned that him and his wife had fallen on hard financial times. She launched an online fundraiser to, quote, help Richard to get back into retirement. It's since raised more than $700,000. So Donald, we should have our coats and our shorts all for this coming week.
Yes, we're going to be starting the day off in shorts, but then a cold front's going to be pushing through, chance for some strong severe storms, which is also going to bring in some damaging wind gusts. And then after that passes, temperatures are going to plummet into the single digits overnight into Monday morning.
Yeah, and again, this is an important time to have the KOAM Plus app for all those alerts. And what about sports?
Well, those damaging winds moved all of the sports from tomorrow up to today, so a lot of doubleheaders today. But tomorrow, Selection Sunday for March Madness. If you're a fan of one of those big 4-state teams, you'll have to keep an eye on it. Arkansas, Kansas projected to be in, Missouri right on the bubble. It'll be a fun afternoon.
That'll be great. And that's it for us tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow.